All right, so boom. Right now I'm making like this little thing for my snake. I saved some toilet rolls and I think it's about to be super cool. But anyway, I thought I could talk to y'all while I do this. So after I let go of Sturdy Studios, which was in my grandmother's basement, it had, I can show you better than I can tell you, so boom. And I decided to just live out of one suitcase and start renting rooms. So I started in Hawaii. I stayed out there for like 9 months or something like that. Then I went to San Diego. Stayed out there for like 1 month. Then I went to Riverside. Stayed out there for 1 month. Then I went back to Hawaii. Stayed out there for like 3 months. I don't remember for real. But after that, I tried to move to North Carolina, and so I caught a flight. So I was talking to this girl, and before I took the flight to North Carolina, I took a flight to Cali, back to Cali, and then took the flight from Cali to North Carolina. But when I took the flight to North Carolina, I couldn't find a place soon enough. Like I was looking. The last person I was staying with in Hawaii, they were in the military, so they had like new orders or whatever, so I had to get up out of there, and I couldn't find anybody in Hawaii, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stay in this Airbnb that I got in North Carolina, Raleigh, until I find a place. But now I'm already down here, so it might be a little bit easy. Okay, cool. So I get to the Airbnb, a wreck. I never even get in the house. Yes, my plane does land late, and I get there like midnight, but my code does not work. I'm knocking on the door, nobody's answering because it is a shared space. And then just like while I'm waiting and reaching out to the owner of the house, I start reading the reviews, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not staying here. Because the girl was like, when I walked in, it was a naked guy sitting on a couch, and he told me my room was down the hallway to the left. When I went to my room, I closed the door and there was no lock on the door. I was like, oh no. Because that joint was a good, like, I don't even know if it was like $20 a night or any, like, I just know it was mad cheap, and maybe I could, finesse, stay there while I look for my place or whatever. And I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. I don't know why I was not really thinking, but hey, so then I was like, oh hell no. So I stayed in a hotel that night, and Airbnb reimbursed me for 1 night, but I stayed there for 2 nights. But that's fine. So what I did then is start panicking. Start reaching out to all my friends, like, oh my God, let me rent your room. And what happened is actually I ended up spending all my money on those rooms. So I found somebody in Baltimore, and I was renting a room in Baltimore, but then like I was thinking like I had reached out to her in need, and she didn't really ever have no room for rent, you know what I'm saying? So when this other person I went to high school with was like, yeah, we got an extra room, it's yours, all you gotta do is, boom. So I'm like, all right. So then, I'm living there. I moved from the original Baltimore place to the new Baltimore place, and probably 2 weeks after I get in that joint, the lights turned off. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, oh, but y'all got some bootleg electricity going on? They like, nah, and I'm like, so anyway, we end up, or not we, but so roommate A, I'm roommate C, because I'm last. But roommate A got the bill in their name, right? And we just started paying it. And we supposed to be splitting it 3 ways, but roommate B missed their portion of the bill. So roommate A was like, oh nah, I'm moving out next month. But didn't end up moving out. So I'm like, okay, cool. And so she tell me like she moving out, and I'm like, all right, well, I just start covering your part of the rent too. Cause like her bedroom plus my bedroom, it was about to be a little bit extra and a bit much, but like I don't really got no other choices here, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna pay your portion, right? And so, just miscommunication. I'm thinking that I could stay and stuff like that. And next thing you know, roommate B talking about, oh, I got the lease in my name and y'all gotta go. Like, I mean, you gotta go. Like roommate C, cause she ain't like me. But she the one who missed the bill. So anyway, come to find out, roommate A, which is the one I pay my rent to every month, gonna take my rent and not give it to the landlord. So now roommate B like, you know, the lease in my name where your rent at. I tell her what happened. She or my friend why she trying to help me get the money back. And as soon as I told her, roommate A talking about, you know, it's none of my business where the money went. If I had a place to stay, then I don't gotta worry about nothing. What? Yo, I'm like, what? But anyway, she like, well, you gotta go because I don't have your portion of the rent. I'm like, but you know I gave her my rent. She's careless right now, so that's gonna bite her in the butt later, I'm pretty sure. But I'm like, goodness gracious. So I'm thinking I had to the 30th to move, but really, no, baby, you gotta get up out of here. So I started panicking a little bit. So I hit up the girl that I was staying with before her. I'm like, all right. You know, I had already told her I might try to come back because it was a rat in my room. And what they talk about, I brought the rat. Anyway, so I hit her back up and, you know, I was paying $500 or whatever. And she was like, okay, cool, da 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 da. You know, we could work it out. Next thing you know, she hit me up. Oh, by the way, I'm going up to $750 or $700. I forgot what she said. And I was like, okay. It's not like a room. You know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm saying I'm paying $750 for an attic. So anyway, I started looking around Baltimore and Columbia, the outskirts. Daggone sure not Columbia though, because I don't even know why I was looking at Columbia because I worked in Columbia. But I was looking all around town, and I found some stuff for that price. But it was given very much so ratchet. And one of the listings was like, it's only one person per unit. And I go to see the daggone place, and a couple and a kid walk out of one of the units. I mean, not the units, one of the bedrooms in the house. And I'm like, what the? I'm not about to be hearing sex across the street. No, and Sesame Street. That's one thing I'm not about to be hearing. And the food was all combined together in the kitchen. And I'm like, not again. Not another day, can't take this. So I started looking, because I was like, I remember looking that in some places that in real life will have a 1-bedroom for like $750. So I started looking, I was looking at North Carolina, but then I had to stop because I drive for Lyft. And I rent the car from Lyft too. So I have to go in a city that has Lyft rental. Right? And it's about 23, 28, I forgot the number, states that have Lyft rental. So I ended up narrowing it down by my budget, $750 or whatever, to Houston or Orlando or Fort Lauderdale or anything like that. And so then I was like, okay, well, let me go with, because I was like, you know, Florida giving business, it's giving, I'm going to make money, I'm going to be focused, you know, as long as I have a car, I'm going to be good, right? And then Houston's giving black, creative artists, you know, going to come up or whatever. And it's actually diverse here, but I just thought it was going to be like, you know, so I ended up going with Houston because I felt like, you know, that's where I might feel home and be able to talk to people and not be like, you know how you feel when you talk to people who are above you? It feel like you gotta like match their status and stuff like that, and they don't want to hang with you for real because you're not making the same amount they making, and they shouldn't hang with you, I guess. You know, because you are the 5 people that you surround yourself by or whatever. But anyway, I'm a creative. I was attracted to Houston, and that's where I picked. So boom. Then this locator came around because like I don't know if I'm putting this video before the other video or not, but I already knew this guy who lived here, and he told me about this locator that helped him move into his apartment. So she encouraged me when I told her how much I made monthly. She encouraged me to bump my price up from $750 to, I think she said $1,400 or something crazy. Because you have, in order to qualify, you have to make 3 times the rent. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, she told me I should bump it up a little bit, and I'm like, cause I don't have no money, and I'm like, I don't know. But then once I started looking at the apartments, I'm like, I might have to bump it up a little bit because I am not gonna live in certain living conditions. Like you could tell when a bug. When you looking up those apartments, you could tell if a bug is able to be in that kitchen or not. Like, you could tell. A bug gonna be up in that kitchen. Like, it's just like, I can't. So, I had to start looking, when I started putting the filters in apartments.com, I started seeing the prices that it was asking me to pay for what I wanted. So I'm like, okay, I'll do it. I applied, and it did take a little bit because I think I didn't make it the month before last, because you have to have 2 months or something. I didn't make it the month before last, but I made it last month, and I knew I was gonna make it this month coming up, so I had to wait a little bit. So I ended up moving my grandmother for like 2 weeks or whatever, while I got approved, and she was scared because she didn't know if I was getting approved or staying there. But I just felt like staying there was just like, I'm tired. Like, I'm tired of renting rooms. Like, I just was tired, and I wanted my own space, and I was like, I'll just work for it. I'll just put in the work. And what I'm learning is you can never stop. You can never not outreach. And this is if you don't have a job. You can never not outreach unless it's like a Sunday and it's your break day or whatever, but you have to reach out to at least one person daily, because if you're not trying to get money in, and then it's not gonna come in. It's not like what? But anyway, so yeah, that's why I ended up having to move. Alright, so boom. The haters gonna say the snake don't need all of this activity, but that's why they the hater, you know? So boom. And then, you know, he gotta get in there, so like you got like, you know, let him be able to. So let me get all that, you know, out of there. Okay, cool. And then it look different in there? You know about that life? I would just check it out. Power, don't just go straight home yet. You gotta, wait. What if you wanna go in here? Like, what if you wanna go in Pyro? Look. Look, Pyro, is fun in there. That's what you like. It's a hole, look. Go in there. Oh shit. Is it working? Oh my gosh. Is he stuck? Come on, Power, you could do it. Don't get scared. Oh, 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 shit. That joint working. Come on, Pyro. That joint tight. Oh. Where you going, Pyro? Oh, you don't like it? You coming back out? All right, Pyro, I'll help you. Oh, you going? Oh, no. He came out the other way. Pyro, you don't like that? Don't get stuck in there, Pyro. Oh, shit. You don't like that, Pyro? Ay. Okay. Oh, man, I messed up, huh? Well, maybe the hole isn't big enough? You mad at me? Can I help you, Pyro? I just want to help you, Pyro. Don't bite me or nothing like that, Pyro. Come on, Pyro. I'm gonna get you up out of here. I'm sorry. I was just trying to make it fun for you. Okay, Pyro. You don't like arts and crafts? But you will soon. I will catch you in there, playing and having fun. I will. Good night.